Previously, I have shared about my experiences with job hopping. This video, I will share more about what made me start all over again and what do I mean by that. I feel like I did not have the chance to progress as a UI UX designer and as a product designer because of the job market and how the situation is like right now for the employment and for the interviews and all. That's the reason why I had to more of like move sideways, and it's not the best situation, but it's still within what I want to achieve later on. So I'll explain my career trajectory here. So these are the few roles that I can think of in tech, and previously I was working as a UI designer, which is the product designer route, and moving on from here would be a senior product designer. However, because of certain circumstances that I went into like job hopping, I fall back to being a product specialist, which is within the product manager route. I would say product manager or product owner route. I'm still pretty glad that I'm still within the tech route. However, I think because of the job market that is so tough, I couldn't find a fit to pursue the product design route to become like a senior role. Having said that, I'm pretty okay. I think I'm doing alright. And for those of you guys who actually didn't progress smoothly in your career route, I would say that don't give up. Don't just give up, because you never know what comes next after even after you fall behind or lag behind. Sometimes it might not suit you. Sometimes certain role that you have tried might not suit you, but just know that as long as you are still within your role, for the next 10 years to come, you are still progressing, I think it's fine. Those are the roles that you have seen, and some of my friends, they are already in the managerial role, and they are sometimes leading the team. And I feel like this shouldn't give me pressure, I feel. And although whenever I meet them, I still feel a little pressured, but ultimately it should be up to my own pace. And I think I have to bring up this point where it's okay to restart as long as you are still on your way to what you want to achieve 10 years later. Why this is important is because what you set yourself to do 10 years down is going to be the reflection of yourself later on. So what do I mean by that? It means that if right now you are a designer, but you set yourself to be like managing a team 10 years down later in a company, whatever role that you are in right now may not matter after all. It means that if let's say you happen to switch to a software engineer role from a design role, it does not mean that you are not going to hit your goal. As long as you are taking steps, even if it's sideways, if it's backwards, sometimes moving backwards a little is fine, because it requires that backward motion to move forward even further. So this is what I have learned, and this is what I would think. If you ask me whether do I feel ashamed to start all over at 29, I would say not really. But as long as I'm still within the right track, I think that's fine. I feel like as long as you start taking actions, you don't really procrastinate, you don't feel like you are stuck, I think that's fine. Taking actions is always progressing ahead, is always moving. You can follow a simple rule of like absorbing and also taking action. So for the half of the day if let's say you have no plans on what to do, you can basically absorb informations, knowledge, then at the next half of the day you can start doing something with that knowledge that you have taken. So that could be one of the ways, to progress ahead, to progress where you want to achieve 10 years later. And I feel like this set of habits is important because it gets you to do things better. 29 there's a long way to go, and there's so many things ahead of me. I feel like restarting it all over again at 29 is still manageable, it's still alright to do. And I hope that this will make you feel better for those who are at your 30s, and for those who are already, who think that you are too late to start all over. It's fine. There's never too late to start all over, and this is what I can say. And as long as you are doing the right things, you are taking step forward, I think there should be nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be afraid of.